thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
Hello everybody folks, and a good evening to you all folks, and welcome back aboard here folks. Once again everybody folks, to Realltom. My name is Tom. I'll bring you the watch along tonight folks, everybody, for an international friendly for England at the City Ground in Nottingham for England who take on Senegal live. Like I said, in an international friendly. If you do watch on the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and thank you very much indeed folks. Everybody's joy is here today, and your kickoff coming your way at 7:45. Good evening folks, hope we're all doing well. It is another game for England, and yeah, the last one didn't quite really entertain, did it, against Andorra? It's fair to say that. Hopefully this one will add a little bit more of an entertaining kind of factor. England have made 10 changes. 10 changes from that Andorra game in the qualifiers. And hopefully we see a little bit more of a entertaining kind of game against the bigger opposition in Senegal. I'm not sure what their FIFA World Ranking is, but I think we should get a better game tonight than what we got on Saturday, really. It was a rather crappy game, wasn't it, just? So, yeah, 7:45 is the kickoff time, and hope we're all doing well. Get that chat popping away, and good evening. What should I talk about? Well, it's an international friendly, so there's no constraints or anything on it. Nothing will happen. There is nothing depending on this result. So there's nothing in that sense to talk about. The performance, though, was dreadful against Andorra. One goal, not good enough. The lack of intensity and hunger to batter, really, was not there. There was a real lack of that. And tonight against Senegalese opposition, a fairly quality side, who probably will be in the World Cup and one that we've faced in a World Cup before, we need to get to the standard of top level. And we need to perform at a top level, and we need to get the job done. And tonight is going to be a night for redemption and a night to show that, okay, we can compete. However, still, England national team are showing that they are really, really bad against low block, small oppositions. Draggy games, waiting for ages until the first goal. That needs to change, that part. Against bigger oppositions, I'm not too concerned, because in the big competitions, against the big oppositions, we do turn up. We turned up against Senegal in the Qatar World Cup. We turned up against the Netherlands in the semi-final of the Euros. But at the start of the Euros, in the group stages, and some of the knockout stages, up until about the quarterfinals, semi-finals, we were shit. And that needs to change. And I think Tuchel saw on Saturday that there was a problem, particularly against smaller opposition. And it was a very honest interview. But tonight, what I don't want to see is a boring game of football. I don't think Senegal will play a low block, so that shouldn't create any issue. I want to see us on the front foot, no matter what the opposition. I want to see us on the front foot and be hungry to score goals, because every single one of the England players in this squad all play better than what they do for their national team, for their respective clubs. Every single one of them. And that particularly was proven on Saturday against Andorra. I know that Aberi Eze can play way better than what he did on Saturday. I know that a lot of the players who were on show on Saturday can play way better and do play way better for their respective clubs. And that is an issue for England. If we're going to win this World Cup and Thomas Tuchel's going to do the job, then these England players need to start performing. Particularly against those smaller oppositions in those potentially more difficult games, because you're coming up against a low block and you're having a lot of possession. That's football. I'm sick to the backbones of these European qualifiers against very small opposition and low-ranked countries being absolute ball fests when England should really get beaten by at least 3 or 4. At least 3 or 4. But if we're going to be a proper international nation, as a footballing nation, that's going to win trophies, 3 or 4 should really be starting to become 5 or 6. Like Portugal, like Germany were, like France were, like Spain do. I do not expect to sit through a game against Andorra, who are whatever ranked in FIFA World Cup, in FIFA World Rankings, and see 1 goal over 90 minutes. Not a lot of shots on target, but a lot of shots. For me, 1 goal against Andorra, who, just a reminder, have the entire their entire population is smaller than Old Trafford. That's unacceptable. Losing at home to Iceland back in whenever it was in a friendly, not good enough. Back when we lost to Greece in the Nations League twice, not good enough. That needs to change for England. Most games I expect us to win. There's the exception of your Frances, your Brazils and all that lot. But Arsenal against Sheffield United, it doesn't matter how Sheffield United play. It doesn't matter if Sheffield United sit back with a low block. You're still going to beat them. You're still going to put in a good performance. So, yeah, hopefully tonight we see a better game. And I want to see a positive performance. I don't want to see a boring game tonight. I don't want to be bored. I don't want to sit here complaining. I don't want to see only 1 goal over 90 minutes either. I want to see us play naturally. And I want the players to be positive in their attacking movements. And I want to see goals. I do not want to see a game of football that is boring as hell and we only score 1 goal. Because I've seen us beat Senegal by more than 1 goal. And I've seen us beat San Marino 10-0. And I've seen a lot of things. So my expectancy is higher than 1 goal against Andorra. And that's the exact same thing here tonight. I want us to at least score 2, and I want us to be positive the whole game. I don't want to see a boring game of football. That's how I'm going to put it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, people. Every time I sit down and watch England, I'm like, oh dear, please be goals tonight. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, yeah, it's the same old. It's boring. That game against Andorra is an example of why international football is nowhere near the level of club football. Why club football brings so much more emotion out of people. Why people crave and love club football was proven by that game against Andorra. Watching England should be as fun as watching Liverpool or Arsenal or Manchester City or whoever your club is. And that is not the case right now. Put straight and simple, we've got the best manager in the world, so let's be the best team in the world. Let's take a check on the team news. I'm just listening to Kyle Walker, very honest. His words were just in this interview, literally just now on ITV. Well, it was 3 points, but the performance could have been better. Bang on, honest, thank you very much. What I wanted to hear, yes, 3 points, tick, but the performance could have been better. Damn right. You don't want to bore your fans. You've got an entire nation watching you in the ground and on television, and the performance was not good enough. You've got bored fans. It's not excusable. It's not acceptable. Right. Games tonight. Qualifying action in the European qualifiers include games between Finland and Poland in Group G. Kickoff 7:45. All the games listed are 7:45 kickoffs. Netherlands are against Malta in Group G also. Kickoff. Yeah, don't need to mention the kickoff time. Romania are against Cyprus in Group H. Also in Group H, we've got San Marino against Austria, and then Group K sees Serbia against Andorra and Latvia against Albania. Latvia, that is our group as well, Group K. And then in the international friendlies, Denmark are beating 10-man Lithuania by 5-0. 7 minutes to go in that one. And it's 9 minutes to go between Sweden and Algeria, where Sweden hold a 4-2 lead. Northern Ireland are against Iceland in a 7:45 kickoff. Also, Luxembourg against Republic of Ireland. Greece are playing Bulgaria. And Israel are against Slovakia. New Zealand will play Ukraine at 10 p.m. tonight. And then Azerbaijan were beaten 2-1 by Hungary, and a defeat for Bosnia and Herzegovina against Slovenia. Obviously we've got this game between England and Senegal. So let's go through the team news before kickoff. So it's Dean Henderson in goal, a back four of Kyle Walker, Trevor Chalobah, Levi Colwell, and Miles Lewis-Skelly. And then a midfield four of Bukayo Saka, Conor Gallagher. Not seen Conor Gallagher for a while, have we? Declan Rice, baby. And Anthony Gordon playing behind a front two of Emery Eze and Harry Kane. Then the bench is James Trafford, Jordan Pickford. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Jordan Pickford's been dropped. He doesn't deserve that. He didn't do a lot wrong in the Andorra game. Nobody did anything wrong, just nobody did enough, other than Noni Madueke. Moving on, Reece James, Ezri Konsa, Morgan Gibbs-White. Yes, on the bench. I feel rightly so, because he's playing at, his club's home ground. Dean Henderson, Jude Bellingham, Dan Burn, Ivan Toney, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Curtis Jones, Morgan Rogers, and Noni Madueke and Cole Palmer on the bench. And then for Senegal, it's Edouard Mendy who begins in goal. The former Chelsea goalkeeper, a back four of Diouf, Moussa Niakate, I think that is. Kalidou Koulibaly, former Chelsea man, and Diatta. Midfielders are three of Kamara, Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Diarra. Then the front three, Iliman Ndiaye, Nicholas Jackson, and Ismaila Sarr on the bench. For Senegal is goalkeeper Dior and Diouf, Kamara, Mamadou, Sek Dia, Sabali, Ndiaye, Jacobs, Niassa, another game, Sima, Mendy, and another Gay, PA Gay. So the teams are in the tunnel. We're just waiting on Senegal. We are a little bit late, I think. Martin, good day. Yes, good day to you, mate. How you doing? Welcome into Martin, and welcome into everybody who's joined us for this international friendly. Just a plain reminder, this is going to be the only stream we'll have over the course of this week. It is a lack of football, meaning a lack of content. Our next stream will be Sunday after this for Soccer Aid for UNICEF, and then the content dry up will be over as the FIFA Club World Cup gets underway and the return of club football comes into full swing. This will be our last proper international game until September, I believe. Obviously, with the exception of Soccer for UNICEF, which sees a World 11 against England 11, all for charity, includes celebrities and all that lot, all in honour of UNICEF raising money for a very important charity to the world. Right, I'm going to get the lineups on my screen. The teams are in the tunnel, so we're definitely going to be late for kickoff. That is for sure. I do not play Xbox, no, not at the moment. I sold my Xbox last year, and I don't know about this game. Andorra was crap, mate. A game that will not live long in the memory. Not at all. Will that one live in the? It will not live long in the memory, that Andorra game at all. Because it was a cure for insomnia. Simply put, it was a cure for insomnia, that one. Yeah. Right, team news is on my screen. We're about to get through the national anthem. The Senegalese national anthem will be played and sung momentarily. I'm going to go get my bet slips back in just a moment. I will literally be 10 seconds, 15 seconds at the max. Just going to go. Right, here they are. Got them out. It was crap. I know, mate. It was crap. If you replay this stream from when it started, I had a rant. Well, not a rant, but, you know, sort of a rant. No, I basically just underlined, you know, that game was unacceptable. Trust me, mate, I'm aware. And it was not the standard. It is, yeah. You know, I can't just sit here and repeat every word I said, because quite frankly, I'm not a human being who remembers every word they say within a period of time in a day. But I know that game was absolutely goddamn crap and awful. And it was completely not the standard for England. Right, tonight's bet builder is for England to win over 1.5 goals and over 6.5 corners. Nice and simple. £1 will return £2.10. It's a price boost. England, Republic of Ireland, and Northern Ireland all to win. An enhanced Tuesday World enhanced ACCA. Returning £6.50 for £1 stake. And finally, another price boost, more based around this game. It's over 1.5 shots. No. England to win by 2 or more. Over 10.5 corners. And Harry Kane to score. £1 for £9.50 on that one. So the maximum returns are looking like a grand total of, let's see, £11.60. And then £12.10. £18.10 is the maximum return of all 3 slips combined from a grand total stake of £3 across 3 slips. Let's have a look. Quick advertising break from ITV. Yeah, we are late for kickoff by 3 minutes at the moment. Let's see. Northern Ireland are in the first minute. They're playing Iceland. Republic of Ireland are playing Luxembourg. Greece are playing Bulgaria. And Israel are against Slovakia. What I will do is I will shut Flash Score up, because Flash Score is quite annoying, really, when you consider, like, it's an annoying app because it notifies you for games that you don't want to be notified. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mute it up and shut it up. So we will say yes, there we are. Flash Score mute for today, so they cannot notify me. And then we want Sofa Score, and I would like notifications for the 2 Ireland games, actually. Luxembourg Island, Northern Ireland, Iceland, both on notifications. Them two on notifications. Lovely jubbly. Yes. Man City have made a signing as well. I think they've made 2 signings today. Turkey. I think they've also signed a new goalkeeper. City have been busy in the market on this deadline day. The window has closed, and it's not been a proper deadline day. The window will reopen soon, but yes, temporarily the window has closed, basically for the FIFA Club World for the FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, deadline day signings are as follows. Man City have signed Shirky and also goalkeeper Marcus Bettinelli. So 2 signings. It's a 1-year deal, and he will be available for the Club World Cup. And then we've got Kieran Tierney, who's moved from Arsenal to Celtic. Knew that one was coming. Mate, have a great career. Jamie Gittins was off. Chelsea offered 42 million for him, and I believe that they did end up signing him. We are underway here, by the way, for this friendly. Yeah, I think Chelsea did sign Gittins. I'm not too sure. We were and then there was Al Hilal who were interested in Sesko, and one of our targets. Yeah, it was mainly Manchester City though in action this deadline day. Really, it's kind of good to see that City were in action. You know, City are making signings and starting this, rebuild, revamp, whatever you want to call it. Right, the grand total delay to kickoff, folks, because of Senegal being late to the tunnel. I will tell you that there's a goal for Austria in the 3rd minute. Goal for Austria. Arnautovic on the scoring nice and early on. Marco Arnautovic has Austria already in the lead at San Marino, and it doesn't come off too much of a surprise. Right, delay to kickoff then at the City ground is a grand total of probably about 5 minutes or so, because it's 7:53 now. We're in the we're in the 3rd minute. Iceland will I forgot who Iceland were playing. Sorry, guys. Iceland. Yeah, actually, fair point. They might. Northern Ireland aren't that good. Republic of Ireland are better. Senegal's coach is Pape Bouna Thiaw. Here's Saka returning from absence. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of held him out of the Andorra game. Actually, he was unavailable for the game against Andorra. It might have been an injury. I don't know what it was, but he's in the start 11. Good to see him. Walker doing well there against Ismail Assar. It's a good ball by Koulibaly. And good defending by Kyle Walker as well. Yeah, I haven't seen too much of Kyle Walker, have we really? Moved to AC Milan in January, I think it was. I think it was either it was last year. It was either January or it was last summer. I think it was January. Yeah, moved to AC Milan. Here's Kane. Go on, England. Yeah, it's a more open game. It's going to be more intense. I tell you what, this is a good move, and it's a big chance for Nicholas Jackson. And save with the legs. Good one by Dean Henderson. Yeah, Dean Henderson, good save. Another one of those, actually, who used to be a Forest regular. Now has plays for Crystal Palace, but Dean Henderson, yeah, used to be Forest's number one for a period of time. Now he's the main man to be called upon for Crystal Palace. Dean Henderson tonight in the England goal. Played a massive role in the FA Cup final, made some humongous saves, but also could have been sent off. And he's been preferred over Jordan Pickford tonight in this international friendly, underlined. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, that's it. Little bit of a off-topic subject, but tomorrow is an exciting day, sort of. I like to call June the month for Wednesday motivation, because most of the time, in months like June, where I really don't like that particular month, I count down by the Wednesdays. Tomorrow marks exactly 1 week until the Premier League fixtures are released. Yay. Well, Conor Gallagher, Gordon, and I think that's been tapped in by Kane. Yes, it has. 1-0 England inside 7 minutes. Come on. Perfect start. And it's much better. 1-0 up inside 8 minutes. It's what we want to see from England. It's a better intensity to the game. It's a bright start. And it's a hunger to get a goal. It's a clean move, and it's a tap-in for Kane. It was a similar goal to what we scored against Andorra, but the intensity from England has been a lot better than what it was for the entire of the game against Andorra. A great front-footed start and a goal. England 1, Senegal 0. Was exactly the start that I was looking for, most certainly, because I was so disappointed. You know what I mean? That's the kind of start we needed to make against Andorra. You know what I mean? And I get it. Senegal are a much better opposition, and the football is open. Senegal want to attack. Senegal want to play the game. So that's why it's probably suiting England more. Because when England play, they want to play open football. And England are very, very good at attacking open defences. What they're not good at is dominating the ball and attacking against brick wall defences. And not a lot of teams are. However, the style of opposition in Senegal suits us because they want to play an open game, meaning that there's gaps for us to enter. And that is probably why we've made such a quick start. But this needs to become a feature. England need to find a way to make quick starts in the games where it's going to be tougher. Because, okay, you're going to have more of the ball against a team like Andorra, and you're going to come up against the harder defence who's going to try and play a low block. But Senegal, there's no low block about them. They want to attack. They want to play. So that's going to suit us down to the ground. And that's what Tuchel's got to work out. How can I make England play like they're playing a team like Senegal, who play open football? Particularly in games against Andorra. Nice. They're playing... Well, Northern Ireland are playing... I think it's Northern Ireland playing Iceland, and I think Republic of Ireland are playing Luxembourg. I think Lewis Skelly's won a free kick. Yeah, he has. Nice one, Skells. Good lad. Well, there's a chance that it's interesting strike. Henderson, though, yeah. Tapped it with his gloves. Caught it on the rebound. Here's Anthony Gordon getting to the byline. He's won a corner for England, has he? Yes, he has. Who's the ref? It looks like a woman. The ref's a gal, isn't it? That's a gal. I'm not saying anything, by the way, about that. I'm just saying the ref looks like a gal. I think it's a gal. There was no article or anything about that saying, you know, a female referee tonight, but I might be wrong, but that looks to me as though it's a female referee. Austria, 15 minutes in, 3-0 up against San Marino. Yeah. Yeah, it is a girl. Well, let's find out our female referee's name. There we go, yeah. So referee, Stephanie Frappert tonight from France. The assistants are Aurélien Drouet and Camille Soriano. Full official is French also. Adelatif Karadzic. Sorry, Karadzic. VAR Matthew Vernis, and assistant VAR is Benoit Milo. Or Milot. Yeah. I had no idea. I looked at the ref and I went, that's a woman, isn't it? And I was, yeah. And sometimes, people, you learn things when you don't check. I am a little bit surprised that they've gone for a woman, but I'm not saying nothing about it. You know what I mean? I'm just, well, it most certainly goes to show that not every time in an international game or whatever game there is a female referee, they don't have to make a big deal of it on the news. You know what I mean? Sky haven't mentioned it once, as far as I'm aware, on social media. And it's a crucial thing in terms of inclusivity and diversity, really, that, you know, every time there's a female referee on an England game or whatever, it's not made a big deal of it. It's not mentioned all over the globe. It just happens, and you see it, and you talk about it, maybe. And the fact that it's not been made a big deal of on social media, nobody's talked about it, means that I've been able to notice it and be surprised. but in a good way surprised. I mean, I don't know what the legislation is in the Premier League, whether there will be a female referee ever in the Premier League, but because it's a men's competition, but we'll see. But I think it's a good move from UEFA because, like I said, Sky, TNT, all the social media, I've not seen one mention of a female referee tonight. So the fact that it's just happened and, you know, it's been done fairly discreetly, really. And I don't mean as in they've hidden it. I mean in the sense of, oh, people haven't noticed. People haven't been talking about it on social media. That's the good thing about it. Who? Yes, she did. Yes, that's right. It was a one-off though. But tonight, what I've seen is UEFA have appointed a female referee, and nobody has mentioned it. There's not been any conversation about it. There's not been any big, you know, Sky Sports going, female referee on the England game tonight. There's been nothing. And that's what I'm talking about diversity. Because don't get me wrong, women deserve to be a part of the game and probably want to feel proud of that. However, they don't want to be all over the news just because they are refereeing a game for men. So that's what I'm biting at, is the fact that it's a good thing that it's been just happened and nobody's mentioned it. Because at the end of the day, she is the referee appointed. So, and she may have the skill set. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what her skill set is. But as a neutral, we presume that she has got the same skill set as any other referee, be it a male or a female. And that's the one problem of when Sky make big news out of female referees or black referees. It's almost saying, well, hang on a minute. We're used to this, and now somebody else of a different type of person is entering the football field in that role, and their skill set needs to be proven. And then you've got a conversation on social media about doubts of that person. Instead of that, let's just see how that person, indeed today, Stephanie, performs, and then have the conversation. And yeah, all lives matter. We are a channel that, is part, does a major part of the Premier League in terms of coverage. And the Premier League is one of the biggest leagues in the world for no room for racism. In this sense, we aren't as big as on diversity in the Premier League, but still, football in itself is a diverse game. And that's what Soccer Aid is about as well. Because Soccer Aid, you've got men and women playing in the same team. And I get it. It's not so much a professional thing. It's all for fun. But still, diversity. Men and women playing in the same game. Walker has spent too long complaining there and just let the ball go out of play. Straight down Henderson's throat there. Comfortable catch for him. As I say. Oh, Gallagher, nice, yeah. A lot better. Front footed, there's gaps. And Saka. 1B. There's a tackle on him, he's still got the ball. Good lad. 1B. Much more energetic tonight, most certainly. Chalobah. Skelly's been quiet. I can't lie to you about that one. Skelly's been quiet. Can't really see him, Miles, bless him. Don't know where he is. Gallagher, yeah. Koulibaly's a big lad. So whenever you get tackled by Kalidou Koulibaly, it might hurt a little bit. I think that's him over there, Miles. You haven't seen him at all. Trevor Chalobah, back pass from Gallagher to Henderson. Fairly comfortable at the minute. Still, though, the game's open. Very high line from Senegal. Hungry to attack. Most certainly there's more space for us to put the ball through tonight and attack into. Oh, that's nice work. Conor Gallagher. Walker. What are you hinting to? My opinion is a pretty basic and plain thumbnail, really. I would love to know what you've noticed that is nice, because I'm intrigued to know. Well, yeah, I'm. Yeah, that's the trouble with international friendlies, because the game's got no identity. Well, no, I don't want to say it like the game's got no identity, because of course it's got an identity. But I'm talking about the fact that, well, it's an international friendly. So what exactly do you do? Because there is no branding format whatsoever for this because it is plain writing a friendly, nothing more than a friendly. So there's no color scheme to use. There's no specific logos to use. There's no nothing like that. It is just a friendly. That is why, as well, the national team crests are on as opposed to the flags. European qualifiers, though, because it's, branded by UEFA, there's the red format, the thumbnail with the heart, and the European qualifiers logo in the red background. But friendlies, it's all about really the stadium it's being played at and who's in it. Well, it is a pointless game, yeah. However, something to watch, but also a chance for those England players out there to redeem themselves for that horrible performance in game against Andorra. I'm not saying that half the players on this pitch tonight were involved against Andorra, but it was a very bad performance, a very bad game to watch, and just a very underwhelming and dissatisfying performance. Harry Kane has been penalised there. How many corners have we had in this game? I'm a little bit concerned that there's not been many, if any. And my price boosts do consist of good corners. Here's Niakate. Two corners. Yeah, we need a few more than two. Make that 11 and it'd be better. South Africa to Mozambique. I've never heard of that country before. Both of the island games, Northern Ireland and Ireland, are 0-0. And yeah, two corners so far in this game. Had one goal. One. So far, yes, and win. And at the end of the 90 minutes, if that's the same result, it will count on the bet builder. Here's Walker. Ball across is a good one. Oh. And Gordon could have put it in. Let's have a look at the replay. Walker, it's a good ball across. Just around. It might take a nutmeg actually through the Senegalese defender. I'm not sure whether that's a corner or not for Gordon. In what sense? Well, it's not that boring. It's not as boring as the game against Andorra. I'm not lagging, am I? Shit. I'm not bloody lagging, am I? Ashik, welcoming to you. I'm not interested, pal. I'm not. I don't want him. It's a waste of 5 million. Sorry, don't want him. Don't want. I would rather they just bring through one of the academy goalkeepers and use them as a second choice. And leave Raya as number one. Because Raya most certainly doesn't get injured, really. So what is the point? I don't see the point in us spending money on a goalkeeper when we've got one who stays fit, is good enough, and does not really get injured. If it was Alisson or Edison who gets injured once or twice a season, most certainly Edison, okay, yeah, I would want a strong backup. But David Raya does not get injured very often. He is not Alisson or Edison, who gets injured at least once or twice a season. And that is a worry, by the way, Liverpool fans as well, that you've got rid of Kareem and Kelleher. I'm just saying it as it is, you know what I mean? I could be wrong here, but I believe that Alisson will get injured once next season. Alisson will get an injury next season. And you've sold a rather reliable number two. So I would sort of be expectant of you by the end of the next window, up until September, whenever it is, to have at least brought in one new goalkeeper to replace Kelleher and to be a good backup, a solid backup to Alisson, because I believe that both Alisson and Edison will have an injury spell this season. I have no doubt about that. And City, well, they've already got Ortega, but they've got and brought in Bettinelli, Marcus Bettinelli, the Chelsea keeper, I think. For Arsenal, I mean, if Raya had got injured this season once or twice, fine. You know, we have an excuse to get a new goalkeeper. But in my opinion, we don't have an excuse to get a new goalkeeper because our main goalkeeper is not very much injured at all. I think he had one game out in the cup, injured. That's it. And Neto played. Other than that, Raya's been fit his entire career with us. So what is the point in us buying a new goalkeeper? I don't care if it's 5 million. What's the point? Another useless player who's never going to get a game added to the wage bill for what? Isaac Price has put Northern Ireland 1-0 up against Iceland. So that's Northern Ireland 1, Iceland 0. Argentina lost to Uruguay. Then they lost to Ivory Coast. And then Ivory Coast lost to Serena, Leon. Then, who's SL? Oh, Serena, Leon lost to Liberia. Then Liberia lost to Algeria. And Algeria lost to Sweden. Okay. I see a pattern, but what is your point? Yes. Price boost, England, Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland all to win. Pound for £6.50. England to win by 2 or more. Over 7.5 corners and Harry Kane to score. £1, £9.50. Bet builder is over 1.5 goals. Over 6.5 corners. England to win. Shimala Sarr. We were about 5 minutes delayed to kick off as well, by the way, people. 25 past 7. It should be 20 past. Yeah. Didn't get underway until 7:53, I think it was. in the end. Senegal took ages to get out of the get into the tunnel. England were waiting to twiddle their thumbs for 5 minutes. It gone 7:45. I've got nothing till Sunday. However, I have got a video idea. Now, I'm not very good at long form content. Sorry, I'll get you to you in a minute, Diana. I clicked off there. I haven't got much. I'm not very good at long form content, but I've got a little bit of an idea to try and give you guys something to watch, and I'm hoping that it works, but it might not. And obviously, because it's a new because it's going to be a new video, why on earth will I tell you what it is going to be about? I am not good at editing, mate. That's one of my downsides. To be honest with you, I don't. I mean, look. That's not me saying I don't. That's not me saying like, you know, I don't remember anybody who comes into my streams, but if it was a while back, I probably won't remember you specifically coming in. Because if you're not a regular, then I won't know. But welcome into you, Diana. You've just joined, so big up. You're from Wimbledon. Was that the playoff final then? That Wimbledon won to get to the League One? Monday the 26th of May? Monday the 26th of May? Wimbledon against Walsall. Wimbledon won 1-0. Was that the one you were joined? Yes. Wimbledon against Walsall. That is the Wimbledon. That is the Wimbledon live stream I did. So that's what I'm asking you. Was it Wimbledon against Walsall or was it not? Because if not, then I don't know. It was right. There we go then. Come on, welcome to you. How you doing? Yeah, there we are. That answers the question then. Yeah. Well, look, certain streams pick up a diverse set of, like, our Premier League content. Very rarely do we get new viewers like Premier League content. The Premier League content mainly attracts the main viewers of the channel. That normally is the main source of viewers on our Premier League content. But for content like EFL, the playoffs, and FA Cup sometimes, and those types of competitions around the edges, they tend to attract a new viewer base. And sometimes I don't remember people from those streams because there's that many of you new people joining onto our EFL or FA Cup or Cup content, sometimes even European content, that I can't remember all of you. Because normally when we get new viewers on the EFL content, about 1 in 10 of them join, keep viewing us on the Premier League content. I do remember your name there, Ryan Lammy. Welcome to you, big up to you. And I am not a Spurs fan, if that's what you are implying. I mean, at the minute, I'm very curious to figure out what kind of viewer base I will attract with the FIFA Club World Cup. Now, I was underwhelmed by our viewer rates for the Euro 2024. I won't lie to you when I say that Euro 2024 was really not a great competition for viewers for this channel. I was quite underwhelmed by the lack of new viewer bases that I generated from Euro 2024. So I'm a bit like 50-50 with the Club World Cup, because we could attract new viewers from, all kinds of different countries across the continent because of the clubs involved. Or it could be a case of, well, people treat it like the Premier League. It'll be our shit. We've conceded an equaliser. It's Ismail Assar. I saw the results 4-3. Cracker. Well, we conceded an equaliser now. That's not good enough. Sar's goal side of Chalabar. Chalabar stood still like a statue. And Walker's not got back. Oh, it's a shit goal to concede. What are we doing? I mean, it doesn't matter in the sense of it's not going to affect us in any way, but that's poor. You've got to be specific. Sorry, excuse my my mumbling of words, but you've got to be specific. Don't know why I hashed that then. I don't normally hash that word. You've got to be more specific on whether you mean the FIFA Club World Cup or the FIFA World Cup. Because this year we've got the Club World Cup, but you might be meaning the actual World Cup for international teams next year. I don't know. So just say, if you mean the World Cup as in the international one in 2026, just say FIFA World Cup 2026 or say FIFA Club World Cup, because I don't know what you mean. But both of those competitions we will be doing. Absolutely. Fraser, I mentioned I had a pretty bit. Well, not a rant, but a bit. I had a bit of a rant, a bit of a moan about the Andorra game, and I mentioned that it does get boring watching England. It's not very fun watching England, Fraser. You might remember I had a period where I just completely stopped doing England altogether during the international breaks because it got that boring. In fact, it was that period when we were really, really bad in the Nations League where I just stopped doing England. I got back to it, but it feels like again and again and again. And we're not losing. And we're not conceding many goals. But the performances are just so bad. And the games are so boring. So honestly, Fraser, it feels like a bloody chore to sit here, entertain you guys, whilst watching a very boring game involving my home nation, which is England. Yeah. And there was intensity at the start of this game, but it's gone away. And because that intensity gone away, and more of you joined us, I got more attracted to the chat. I stopped paying attention to the game and started talking to you guys. That would not have happened if the game was entertaining. For me to lose attention on the game and up to the point where we concede a goal means that the game is not good enough. The quality of the game from England has dropped off. Because if this game wasn't boring, then no matter what the chat are saying to me, I would not have lost attention to the game. Southgate needed to go, mate. Southgate was so bad. Well, I'm not being funny, Diana, but if we think back to the conversation we had about 5-6 minutes ago about me not remembering everybody from streams in the past and me not remembering you, do you really think I'd remember who you support if I don't remember you properly from the stream that you joined me in? It's not me being rude or anything, but just a bit of common sense there. Do you think if I don't remember you from a stream, do you think I'm going to remember who you support? Sorry, at a guess, you didn't support Wimbledon. I think you didn't support Wimbledon. Southend United. Just a guess. Oh, then 2 minutes at a time, people. Not one. Sorry, 2. It was 1, but they've increased it to 2. And the 2 minutes are almost up. Well, that's it. The halftime whistle's gone. Disappointing again from England. Great start, good start. And then the game's just gone. And now Senegal have scored a goal. This England team, it's the best way to describe it in one sentence. England are consistent at being bad at the minute. Great start this time around, but then the quality's dropped off. We conceded a goal. Like, why is it always the same with England? I would have never remembered that. Truthfully, no offense to Carl Shelton, but I would never in a million years remember somebody supporting Carl Shelton. I don't think it even is that, though. I don't. I think it's the style of football. I'm not sure what particularly it is. But is Tuchel still playing that boring, mind-numbing defensive style football that England have to play because it's their philosophy, which Southgate did, and it bored the living hell out of us? Or is it actually a case of the England players just go give one toss? Because like I said in the Andorra stream, every single one of those England players wearing that white shirt all play better than what they do in an England shirt for their respective clubs. Every single player. with the exception of Kyle Walker and Jordan Henderson, who I don't see in their own respective clubs. It's absolutely sickening to really, like Euro 2020 and FIFA World Cup 2022. We turned up for those competitions. Normally we turn up for the big competitions, but in Euro 2024, it didn't even feel like we turned up until the semi-finals. I'm sorry to say that, but how bad was that group stage from England this Euro just gone? We were terrible. The performance levels were poor. We were only scoring 1 or 2 goals a game, max. Even in the even in the knockout stages and the quarterfinals, it was 0-0s, draws, boring, crap. Sat there worrying, are we going to get a goal? It was not a great Euros from England, really, up until the semi-finals, where, oh, hang on a minute, Netherlands score 1-0, urgency, win a penalty, great, last-minute winner, Ollie Watkins, fantastic. That was a proper England performance. That was urgency. That's when we started to turn on. But then when we got to the final against bloody Spain, it was another not great performance. Spain scored first. We equalised, okay. But then we just didn't turn it up. And it always felt like in that Euro final that we were a weakness. We were weak. We looked weak in that final. And it was a really shit tournament from England. And the World Cup, absolutely brilliant performances from England, really. In the World Cup, England performed well. And I even thought we played well in certain parts of the France game that we got knocked out in, up until the point where it came down to trying to see the game out after you've equalised. In the World Cup, I felt like we played at our best. We were playing good football. We got some good results against the likes of Senegal. But we came up against the France side and we honestly just got knocked out, even though we performed at our best. Well, not at our best, but we performed okay. It wasn't a bad sloggy performance. We just lost. But the most recent Euros, it didn't feel like England wanted to be there. Because the performances were exactly the same as what we'd been seeing in the international breaks. The Nations League, the qualifiers, the international friendlies. All these sloggy performances that we're seeing now and before the most recent Euros were happening in the Euros. And nobody expected that. Because normally in a big tournament, no matter how England performed before or after, in that tournament, England switch it on. They did it in the Euros most recently. I disagree. And you know what? It's so hard to analyse England. I shouldn't even be saying this to you guys, but really, I shouldn't be telling you guys that it's hard for me to talk about something to you guys because I'm a content provider. But honestly, being serious with you guys, every time I go live for England, I sit here trying to really dig through my mind to find words to put out my mouth to talk about England. It's so hard to analyse England because the performances are so samey. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I haven't seen a lot of a change. Even Southgate, even now we've got a new manager. It's the same old over and over again. And there was a little bit of a positive spark in the opening stages of this game because we played well. We got an early goal. We were on the front foot against the side who want to play open football. But then the game, after about the midpoint of the first half, went boring. And we conceded an equalizer. Same old. Ooh. Now, so yeah, I run out of words to give you guys when it comes to England. I do. Things have got to change with England football team. Because we've got the pundits talking about Tuchel preparing England to win the World Cup, Tuchel winning the World Cup with England, England winning the World Cup, Tuchel making England advance. Well, what is this right now? Tuchel's got 18 months. Yes. Well, in these two games that I've seen and the games before, where's the performance levels? Where's the positivity? Where is it? Because I don't see it. I do not give two tossers how tired the players are. You're playing for your national team. We should be seeing better performances and better games involving England. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. Tuchel's the best manager in the world. Like, you've got the pundits on ITV talking about all that stuff. And even they are running out of things to analyse. So, is Tuchel improving us? Or is he just a new manager? Because, truthfully being said, that game against Andorra, Southgate could have been in charge. It wouldn't have been a difference. Because that game against Andorra and now this one are looking like Southgate era games. Even though it's supposed to be a bright, new, different Thomas Tuchel era. You know, preparation to win the World Cup and advance as a national team. Well, I don't see progression right now. I honestly believe that international football is dying. I try to make it positive. But everybody hates the international break. Why? Because England are shit. And the problems are as follows. There's not enough televising for the international break. Don't get me wrong. England, Scotland and Wales are all on telly. But hang on a minute. You've got to pay, well, you've got Premier Sports arguing with Viaplay about the TV rights. You've got Prime charging pay-per-view prices for select games in the Nations League and the qualifiers. And then you've got England, free of charge on ITV, playing absolutely goddamn awful football. Every single international break feels like a liability, feels horrible. Why? Because of those reasons I've just underlined. It's times like this that make us fans cry out for club football because England are so bad. And we know that every single one of these England players play better for their respective clubs, and it is not good enough. That is the number one problem of England. And I'm telling you right now, all of these players on that lineup, on that team sheet, if they were in their club colours, they would be playing better. Why? Because England have got this set standard about defensive crap football, which is being instilled into every manager. But oh, hang on a minute. I thought Tuchel was being given the keys to change that a little bit. I thought when Tuchel was announced, the FA was saying, okay, well, Tuchel's going to have the keys to change our style a little bit, to make us better. I don't see that right now. friendly or not, we should be improving. We should be getting better, and we're not. Not even Big Ange can, mate. I honestly, I was blindsided to think it was Southgate was the problem, and Southgate was a problem. I'm telling you, even though he, like, looking back at it now, he wasn't the big problem of England, but he was still a problem. Southgate was a very, very posh guy, friendly guy who was not really fit to be a football manager. And he was the England manager for way too long. He was a problem. But the big problem with England is this stupid set philosophy. And basically, no manager is willing to change it. Change your manager, change your manager, change your manager. Great. Same old, same old, same old, same old. Same old against... It was the same under Lee Carsley. Same under Tuchel. I don't know what it's going to take for England to change. But I am sick to the backseat of coming round, because I should be, be positive. Like, I'm trying to think of the right words here, because it's my national team. But every time I come and do England, I should be enjoying it, really, shouldn't I? Let's not lie about it. Every time a broadcaster on YouTube comes and does a watch along for England, they should be happy to do it. They should be enjoying themselves. But can you see the difference in my attitude when I'm watching England and when I'm watching club football? I'm so much happier when I'm watching club football. When I'm watching England, I'm bored. Truthfully being said, in international terms, anything is more interesting in England. Like, genuinely being said, in terms of the top tier FIFA world ranked international teams, England has got to be the most boring, set out and straight. And it's not good enough. This country, England, is a failure as a national team at football. And club football will always be the best thing in this country. And that is clear to me. Because the City Ground is a fantastic stadium. Normally, with a fantastic, loud crowd that sings, and it's a historic stadium, filled up to the rafters. Nottingham Forest played it. Amazing football. Amazing songs. But right now, I'm sorry to say it, but the City Ground is being disrespected by the quality of football in it right now. Because this stadium has seen Brian Clough, incredible eras, incredible games, incredible teams. And you've got England playing absolutely dog water football in it. Like this stadium right now that I'm watching this game in, I've seen Nuno Espirito Santo do backflips in that stadium. Literally, not too long ago, back in March, February, whenever it was, I went to the City Ground, FA Cup, Forest Ipswich, penalty shootout, Sells makes a save, Nuno Espirito Santo, 50-60, doing a backflip. That's what this stadium's all about. And I honestly feel sorry for all the Forest fans who are in that stadium tonight sat in there with the England fans and the Senegal fans watching this drab. Because this is because there will be Forest fans in there, and this is their home stadium for their club. And they're used to singing and ceremony, they're like, it's an incredible stadium, but it is not alive. Yeah, look at it. It's silent in there. That stadium, the City Ground, is never silent. Except for when England go in it. And it's honestly, if you're walking around in West Bridgford right now, you must be thinking, wow, listen to the silence. When that stadium is in use, silence is not normally a thing. That is how bad England are. They've turned one of the most ceremonial and singing stadiums in the country into one of the quietest ones. I'm telling you free of charge. If you're in Nottingham normally on a match day at the City Ground, I can promise you right now, you're going to hear the noise and you are going to be stuck in traffic. Because the stadium's filled to the rafters with Forest fans singing out as loud as they can. But England comes to town, quiet as a mouse. Stadium's not even half full. No singing. No backflips. No Mulligan tyre. Oh, mate. In the Super Cup, 50-50, mate. I think PSG might edge it, but I don't know. If I was in there right now, though, I would feel uncomfortable in there right now because I know I'm going on and on about it now, but I know the City Ground. I've been to it 3 times, right, in the last couple of years. 3 times. And I know it to be a loud stadium at night, singing as loud as we can, Mulligan tyre, Forest, all these Forest songs. If I was in there right now, I would almost feel an urgency to sing a Forest song. Because it's that silent in there. Yeah, crap. Yeah. I mean, the Senegal fans are loving life, don't get me wrong. The Senegal fans are loving life in there, but for fans like me, who go to the City Ground as a neutral, or the Forest fans, they must be thinking, wow, this is our home stadium for Nottingham Forest. It's not normally this quiet. We don't normally see this quality of football. I mean, this stadium, where England are playing right now, is very, very much known this season and other seasons to be showcasing incredible counter-attacking football. Don't see that tonight. It's done. Finish at 7 o'clock. So yeah, England on tour kills good stadiums. See, one of the big problems is England, whenever they go on tour, they always visit a stadium that is normally loud. And the fans never sing. Like, I'm not being funny, but you're going into a stadium that normally sings and you don't sing. Honestly, the people of West Bridgman must be thinking, what the hell's going on here? We're used to that stadium singing. Because England are on tour, mate. It's a friendly. That's exactly what I'm saying, though. Whenever England go on tour, they kill singing stadiums. Me? London. That's why I support Arsenal. Don't live there anymore, but, you know. I go to games as a neutral. And I have spent a period living near Nottingham. So I know exactly what it's like round there. And I know that stadium well. And I know from either listening on telly or to being at the ground or near the ground that the City ground is a ground that sings. And England come along, silent. No, I'm nowhere near it now, mate. Diana. I'm not telling you where I live either, so don't go into that question because that's private. Absolutely crap. Honestly, just turn off the commentary right. Well, I don't know if there's a way to do that actually because it's on ITV, but if there was a way, turn off the commentary. Just listen to it. Silent. Absolutely silent. Bit of drum banging. That's it. No atmosphere. Boring football. It must be like going to church. Silence. Praying for England to win. I would not be surprised if the Senegal fans started singing, "Is this a library?" Well, the answer's no. The City ground is not a library. But England, well, I've never been to an England game, so I can't tell you full on whether England games do have atmosphere ever. But from what I've heard on telly, in terms of the singing, minimal. I'm going to go to the loo back in a minute. This is absolutely boring as fuck. Right, I'm back. Still boring. Can I buy rice? Bit of atmosphere. Bit of atmosphere. I'm hearing it now through the television. Probably some of the Forest fans in there singing Morgan Gibbs White. There'll be a group of Forest fans there all going, Morgan Gibbs White. Whoa, that's what I'm used to hearing. I predicted it. Did I or did I not say, if you're in that stadium and you're used to Forest singing in there, you will end up being urged to sing a Forest song? The game is that boring that a group of Forest fans have started singing as if Forest are there. Did I or did I not say somebody would be urged to do it? Wow. Fair play to them, though. Bit of atmosphere. Morgan Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White. Whoa. That's all the singing I've heard in the last half hour. Ireland won up against Luxembourg. Here he is. Oh, no. Goal ruled out. Score correction is 0-0. Well, tell me about it. Kane's going off. Crap. What? Yeah, tap in goal. Fair play. Crap though. It's just. Soccer Aid will be better than this. Of course it will. Oh, Soccer Aid will be great. Soccer Aid will see what? Probably 6 or 7 goals. This is absolute dog shit. I'm glad I didn't waste money on this. I tell you, I'm glad I didn't waste my money on a ticket tonight. Truthfully being said. Because I love going to that ground. I do. But I would have been so underwhelmed. Because every time I come out of that ground as a neutral, right? I always go to the City ground as a neutral. Whenever I come out of the City ground, I'm always in party mode normally. Well, I wouldn't be in party mode now. Jones had a hit. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't waste my money. Big up to King Molo, by the way. Yeah, I will. And I probably will end up going to City ground when Forest are there. Because I love visiting the City ground. But not when England are there. When Forest are there. Because exactly as how the Forest fans sing, Forest are magic. Yes, they are. You don't get many grounds which are near the river and you get managers doing a backflip after an FA Cup quarter-final win, do you? Oh, it was brilliant, honestly. That Ipswich game was insane. From minute one, there was a bit of a tensity to the game. Second half, Ipswich score. And Ipswich have big players. Oof. We were all sat there going, Ryan Yates equalizer. Stadium singing away like you wouldn't believe. Extra time. Nail biting. Penalty shootout. Nail biting, but still singing away. And then eruption as Sel saves. That's what I know that ground for. Eruption. Bloody Nora. Diarra scored. Senegal 2-1 up. Fucking hell, England. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm glad I kept my money in my bank account. What a waste of money. Again. The England fans, honestly, I feel sorry for you all who spent the money to go to that game. What a crap performance. Look at how open he is. Oh, shit. Absolutely awful. England are shite. England are shite. England are shite. They deserve it, Senegal. Playing their way, which originally made the game open for us, but then we decided not to play anymore. And they deserve their lead. Because we, yet again, have been shit. And there is no excuse this time. We don't like playing against low block opposition. Fine. This ain't a low block opposition. This is an opposition that plays to the style that we like. Open. Spaces to pick. And look at what we've done now. Shit. Get lost. This is absolutely awful. I can't. Soulless. Yeah, nobody can tell me there is an excuse. 4-4-2. There's no excuse, though. Whatsoever. There isn't an excuse. We all know, as England fans, England do not play well against low block opposition. Let me think. Oh, are Senegal played a low block? No. England have switched off. England have been lazy. Oh, man, I can't with this team. Can't do it. It's just shit. Complete shit and garbage. They don't give one toss, those England players. Not one toss. All happy smiles when they get to St George's Park. Ooh, hello. High fives and claps and... Oh, Gibbs White, good effort. And this is a good team. Bollocks. I'm not buying that, Martin. Andorra were not competitive, mate. The only reason why Andorra may have looked competitive is because we were so poor. But this team, Senegal, they're a good side. And even today, we're not playing well. Yeah, when a very, very small country or not very highly ranked opposition plays England and they look good, it's because we're shit. Sometimes we are that shit that we make very small countries look competitive and look good. And that is the problem. And I can't believe it, people, but yet again, England are on. And what am I doing? Moaning. What's the chat doing? Moaning. It's the same old pattern over and over again. Every international break, every single time England are on, moan. Moan. Ugh. 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 Ooh. Let's go again. Moan. Moan. Ugh. 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 Same old repetitive pattern. Saka. Oh. Bit more intensity now. Nah, fuck him. Southgate won't do no, mate. I don't want him back. And he shouldn't come back. But surely people are getting sick of this pattern now. Constantly. And I bet you all the same YouTubers feel exactly the same way. All we do is moan when England are on. Well, there's a reason for it. Oh, bloody hell. Rice did he give that away? Yep, 2 finals. We lost in both of them. And the first one, 2020, oh dear. 1-0 up inside 2 minutes. Brilliant start. Luke Shaw, first ever goal for England. And then what? We didn't finish the game off. We didn't go and get that second goal. We didn't protect the lead. We conceded an equalizer. And we let the game drag out all the way to extra time. And we made the mistake of letting young players who were not confident take our penalties. We are not good at penalties as a nation, no matter what. England are not good at penalty shootouts. But simply being said, one of the key things in that shootout was the fact that we let Rashford, Sancho, and Saka, all young players for England. Saka, I think in his first ever England final, taking penalties, who are not confident. The only 2 players that scored in that shootout for us were Maguire and were Kane. Established players, confident players. The 3 young guns, Sancho, Rashford, Saka, they all missed. Big atmosphere, big stadium, big crowd, big occasion, big pressure. Southgate got that wrong. The second one, Spain just outclassed us. Absolutely. Because, yeah. In fact, because Southgate decided to play young players in a penalty shootout, Bukayo Saka, poor lad, Arsenal hell ender, by the way. I am an Arsenal fan. Got racially abused because he missed the pen. And England fans, that is unacceptable. But who subjected him to that? Southgate. Why? Because Southgate thought, ooh, I'll put the young player in a shootout. Dickhead. You don't let the young players take penalties in a final. For fuck's sake, Gareth Southgate, what are you doing? Chiesa? I can't remember it that well, mate. But I mean, look, the lineup. Who did we have? Who did we have in this? Who did we have as options to take the penalties? Who? I want to know. Because I'm interested to know. Well, it was a long time ago now, but still, the point is this. Did you really need to put 3 young players in pressure situations in a final and subject them to that? No. Because the 2 established players, Maguire and Kane, both scored their penalties emphatically. But nervous, Rashford, Sancho, Saka all missed. That's a problem. And I don't know what was going through Southgate's head thinking that was a good idea. It's not like what I'm saying is pointless. Because, oh, it's just a dual 10k, mate. Elf bar. But back to that final. Because it's important that we talk about these things. I mean, come on. I would not put 3 young'uns out. I would not put 3 young'uns out in a shootout, in a final, who've never played it in a final before, in that situation. Would you? What is it? Is it a dual 10k? I mean, that's a concern, mate. Truthfully, that night, if your vape is spitting back and your juice end up on the floor out of an elf bar, that's a real problem. Truthfully being said, mate, I'm no vape expert, but I know damn well that elf bars should not spit back and the juice should not be leaking. Ever. So that's not an elf bar. Yeah, I don't know about them. England corner, come on. Yeah, post delivery on the corner. I've been saying it, phrase. Moan, 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 moan. Constant pattern, mate. I'm used to it. Every time I go live for England, moan, 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 moan. Groan, 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 groan. On repeat. A playlist on repeat. Stuck record. Moan, 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 moan. Groan, 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 groan. Shit performances. Round and round we go. Every international break. Every time England play. Moan, moan, moan. Groan, groan, groan. Shit performance. Round and round we go. In a circle. A never-ending one. That is the way England are. I'm sick of it. Yeah. See you later, mate. I don't blame you. This is absolutely goddamn dreadful. I don't blame you. Just a reminder, folks, to try and cheer people up from this absolute dread show from England. Next Sunday, this coming Sunday, Soccer Aid for UNICEF is coming to our screens on ITV. It is a special charity event which happens every year. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's in support of UNICEF, who are a major charity in the UK and across the world to support major poverty issues and families who are in desperate need. So we will be live for that one on Sunday. Yeah, hopefully together via my Just Giving page that I'm going to set up, we can raise a bit of money together for UNICEF by the end of the night. Yes, Harry Kane does prefer country every club. You're not wrong about that one. But yes, in fact, I'll link that right now, actually, on the community tab, because I have set up a Just Giving page. And for any of you who do want to, chip in a bit of money, I'm going to see how many of you. I'm going to see how much money we can all accumulate for UNICEF, and I will also chip in to that. I just feel like it'd be nice, instead of me promoting the ways that ITV have to donate, me, giving you guys the option to donate through here, and as a community, we raise the money, together. So here, I'll share it. Just click the pin link now if you want to donate. Let me see if I can do anything about pinning that one for you guys. I've just put it in. And yeah, if anybody who does want to contribute with us for UNICEF, that link will be there until Sunday open. And yeah, like I said from the beginning, I just thought it'd be a nice touch, instead of us, me promoting the ITV donation methods, for us instead as a channel to be able to raise a bit of money for them. So yeah, that link is there. All funds are going directly to UNICEF. And yeah, if you do want to chip in a bit of money for them, really important charity across the world, the page is there. Theo Anson, big up to you and welcome in. How you doing? Yes. It will be Soccer Aid for UNICEF, mate. Sunday, that'll be. Yes. And just, yeah, I'll put the link on the community tab. Anybody who wants to donate, the link will be there. It'll also be pinned to the top on the UNICEF stream, on the Soccer Aid stream. And yeah, It's entirely up to you whether you want to donate via ITV. No pressure whatsoever. But yeah, that is there. And, you know, by the end, you know, if anybody does chip in, I'll announce the amount of money that the channel's raised for UNICEF. And I highly recommend that people do watch that Soccer Aid, because you do see some incredible stories, sad stories, but incredible stories, and just some, you know, it really highlights some of the work that UNICEF does, and it's just a fun charity match to raise money for them. That's what it's all about. And everything from ticket sales, match day programs, all goes to the UNICEF. Koulibaly there defending well. Madueke's ball in. Tapped in. 2-2. Yay. Jude Bellingham. Let's win it now. Better. Hallelujah. We've got a goal from England. Bit of positivity. It's from the corner. Stabbed in by Bellingham. Off his thigh and onto his foot. No handball in there. 2-2. Come on. Better. It's a VAR check in progress on the goal. And she's having to stop Kalidou Koulibaly, who is impending questions on her. The ref. Well, it hits Colwell on the arm. Oh, referee's going to the monitor. Right, so the goal could be disallowed here. She's off to the monitor. Okay. This might not stand for England here, this goal. The referee's gone to the monitor. She's having a look now. It does hit Colwell on the arm, so I think it'll be ruled out. She's saying move away. She's gone back to the screen, yeah. Goal's ruled out. Back to where we started. No goal. Ugh. It does hit Colwell's hand. It's not deliberate, but it does hit his hand. His arm's in an unnatural position. Goal's ruled out. Don't agree with it, but it's a friendly. Ivan Toney's coming on in a minute. Can see him ready on the touchline. Clarky, how you doing, mate? Good to see you and welcome aboard to you. Well, welcome aboard to the shit show. Oh dear, from England. About 3 minutes of normal time to go. Miles Lewis scaling off for Ivan Toney. It's been cleared for a corner there. Senegal one. You're not wrong, Phrase. Point made. Shit. We're supposed to be playing Jamaica at some point. Don't know if I'll watch. It's been that crap tonight. We should be beating Senegal. Players can't be asked. Can they? "90 seconds of the 90 to go. 2-1 Senegal. Crap. I'll see you on Sunday, Kamar. Soccer A for UNICEF. 7:15 on Sunday. 7:30 kickoff. Oh, dear. Bring on the Club World Cup. Bring on Soccer A. Soccer A is going to be great, by the way. Five more minutes of this. Drab. You watchers, we're not going to score. Not going to get an equalizer. They're all sat thinking, why should I give a toss? It's a friendly. What's he going to do? They don't give a toss. There's Ahmad Wake. It's just awful. It's expensive, isn't it? 180 million for Florian Wirtz. Didn't play that well for Germany, you know, in the bloody semi-final of the Nations League. I thought Verts played bang average against Portugal. Bang average. But 180 million. It's expensive. That's Mbappe money, really. And that's excluded add-ons, is it, phrase? Bloody Nora. Sounds like a bit of a rip-off, really. Surprised he can afford it. Liverpool. Not got a lot of money. Right. England free kick here. 3 minutes. And it doesn't even get into the box. And Jones has been dispossessed. They're going to score here. You watch. Look at this. 3-1. Piss off, England. Fair play to Senegal. Oh dear, oh dear. Club World Cup time, people. Don't worry. There's no more international till September. Shit. Absolutely. Oh. Time for club football to come back. Don't worry, people. Sunday, FIFA Club World Cup starts. Oh, England. I mean, really? I mean, really? Last minute now. Maybe a bit more. Don't know how long the ref's going to play. Don't matter. 3-1 down. Lost. Joke. Shit. Wasting my time. Wasting everybody's time here. Wasting money for the fans. Absolute shit show from England yet again. Oh, Tony. Playing to the whistle is what they're doing. Never going to find 2 goals. Barely scored 1 a game. Alone 2 or 3. Ball through. Well defended by Senegal. Ref blows the whistle, does she? Yes, she does. Boo! Shitty old England. Same old shit. Sick of it. Poor against Andorra. Good start. But oh, hang on a minute now. Shit performance. 3-1 Senegal. Shouldn't happen, but has happened. Fuck, mate. What a joke. What a joke. Final score. England 1. Senegal 3. Well, there you have it, people. That's England for you. I have nothing left to say here. Because like I said earlier in the stream, it's impossible to analyse this nation. Because it's the same old, round and round we go, in a circle, round and round. So on that note, people, have a great night. I'm sorry that England are so shit. And we'll see you all on Sunday. Soccer Aid for UNICEF, for charity, important night, should be fun. And then the FIFA Club World Cup begins. But for international football, piss off until September.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to hear and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.